to redeem them back to their inheritance because they have a deep poverty and inability to redeem themselves back to their inheritance. It speaks of a person's closest family member who will now come on their behalf and redeem them back to their inheritance because their family member finds themselves in a place where they're so poor, they're in so much poverty, they're in so much bondage to slavery that they can't redeem themselves back to their inheritance. So they need someone to come and redeem them back to their inheritance for them. Okay? That's one of the aspects of a kinsman redeemer. Now, another aspect of the kinsman redeemer, and it's outlined in Numbers chapter 35, but another aspect of the kinsman redeemer is it speaks of the custom of avenging the blood of a slain family member. It speaks of the custom of avenging the blood of a slain family member. Okay? Glory to God. So look what it says in Numbers chapter 35. And we'll go from verse 19 through 21, just so we can have the verses there and people can go back and study them for themselves. But Numbers chapter 35 verse 19 says, "The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer." The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. Who's the murderer? Death. Death was murdering us. The revenger of blood shall come. He shall slay the murderer. When he meeteth him, he shall slay him. But if he thrust him of hatred, or hurl at him by saying of weight that he died, or in enmity smite him with his hand that he died, he that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. That's the kinsman redeemer. So back to Hosea. God called himself our kinsman redeemer when he said, "I will redeem them from death." So what is he saying? He's saying, I'm the closest family member to man. And I'm going to come and I'm going to avenge their blood. I'm going to come and avenge their death. I'm going to come and take vengeance upon the death that's been murdering my people. That's what God says, glory to God, in Hosea. Now, we know that the law of Moses, the law and the prophets, they all point to some truth that was revealed in Jesus. And I just kind of gave a little hint to what that truth was because I just can't help myself. But the way the avenger of blood worked with the kinsman redeemer was that if a person's family member had been murdered or slain, then they would become the revenger of blood. Which means that they would then come and take vengeance upon the one who spilled their family member's blood. They would come and take vengeance upon the one that murdered their family. They were called the revenger of blood. They were called the avenger of blood. And what it meant was that this person's closest family member would now come and avenge their blood by taking vengeance on the one that killed their family member or murdered their family member. You guys following me? Glory to God. You guys following what I'm saying? Okay? And so we have the kinsman redeemer, the two main aspects we want to focus on. It's a close family member who comes to redeem the inheritance of a family member that finds themselves unable to redeem themselves to their own inheritance. And then we have the kinsman redeemer as the avenger of blood, as the one who comes to take vengeance on someone who has killed their family member. That's what we have when we talk about the kinsman redeemer. You guys all following that? Glory to God.